Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 here on Rawslowgaming and playing Bath City Football Club. Our third season here, and we're aiming for Premier League, but we are in Vanarama National here at the moment, and we are about to start the season, as I said, and hopefully we can have a good season. We should be able to at least reach a mid-table finish, I hope, in the end. First match here is going to be against Sutton, and according to the bookmakers, very even Steven here. And previous meetings are 1-1, so let's see what we can do here. So obviously we need to sort of pick the correct team here, and let's do a quick pick here first. And we'll pick slight rotation, and that of course didn't really. Let's pick entire team there instead. So Craig and Smith, is that the players that we really think we had lined up for that? I don't think it is. I think it's Asas and Craig or Smith that we have thought to play. Yeah, exactly. Craig on the bench, so Asas alongside Smith, and you will get to play what you want to play, of course. So support. And supporting role more often and not utilized a part of three midfield three, or as two central midfielders in a diamond midfield. Now let's just do central midfielder then. So a little bit of a defensive lineup there. And yeah, Craig better there somehow. But let's see here. Potential Sky Bet League 2. And Craig, what is your potential? Sky Bet champion. All right, let's play Craig then instead. And Asas on the bench. And you are going to play Messala attack. Edwards, let's see here. 2.5 stars, middle right. And who else did we have? Sanko on the left. You are even, yeah. So that is going to switch like that. And you are going to play support, no winger attack. And let's see here. How you're really worthless actually on the left hand side. Really? Let's have a look here then on Edwards. Left. Mutruk. Where do we have Mutruk? You are going to play then. And Sanko on the bench. And you will get to play inverted winger in support. So that's the midfield, obviously not the best. And you will play pressing forward, Cashman, who will try to always have the players playing their preferred role. And you will just play fullback here. Depends a little bit, of course, what you want to play. Fullback attack, yeah, sure. Central defender defend, and central defender stopper. So actually lining up there decently, I think. And yeah, Brunt and Cashman, or should we play Asante? I think Asante have worse roles. We don't really want to play pressing forward defend together with pressing forward attack. I think a target man is better suited together with them. I could be wrong, of course. Healy, Asas, Asante, and Baxter on the bench. No, we need to change one of those players at least. And I think, we have too many midfielders. That is one thing that is for sure. I think we will bring in Sanko instead of Baxter. Yeah, he can play as defender as well, so that is pretty good there. And unfortunately, Smeardon here, not really going to be available. Baxter, we could quite possibly let him go, but we'll play like this, and a lot of players here are very unfit or lacking sharpness for some reason, which is a bit worrying, but I think this can be good in the long run. And as you see here, left wingers are weak spot and also striker a little bit. And our keeper here actually is starting to be not super great, but he's still a good player for Vanarama National League side. So let's get going and hope we can have a good match here. And out number Craig. And we'll just go to match and we'll comment match just as we always do. We are playing at home here, and we'll hand over the team talk to our assistant. And we'll kick off and play here and hope we can do good. Playing balanced mentality and pretty much straightforward 4-4-2 with custom route 1. So, first 20 minutes, not happening too much, but with the shots are definitely to Sutton here. Possession is really something that we start to getting up here, and shots are also coming back up for us. So very much even here actually after 35 minutes. Both in terms of, well, especially in terms of shots. And we have the first highlight here just before the end of the first half. Sutton with the ball, bagging with the ball, and more specifically passing to Butman here on the left hand side and back to Bagan, and tight pressing there, but passing into middle and to Longman here in a shot, but over the crossbar. No real word there. And that's the end of the first half. Extremely even in pretty much everything here, and looks even to be a draw at this stage. So hopefully we can perform better here in the second half. Directly a highlight here for Basit Mutruk with the cross from the corner and cleared back to Rowan, passing back to Kirk and all the way back to Brooking, and he chooses to pass even longer back down to Leg, our keeper here actually. So we will see a build-up play here, and a good pass there by up to Craig by the keeper, and passing to Mutruk. And what will he do? He dribbles forward here and shoots, and it's a bit wide, not really that dangerous. It was so far off, so I don't see how that would really have been able to go into the net. But all right, next up, free kick here, Brunt in the 60-minute mark towards Cashman, and just wide or over the crossbar there. No angle at all left, but all right. So we have a Rowan here, definitely on the tired side. Kirk, not really sharpness, but that is fine. Anyone else playing? Well, Smith is not playing great here and have a yellow card, so we'll put in Asas, and you will get to play what? We have a Messala, so I guess you will play central defender in sport. Or at thematic, that's pretty much the same thing. And let's see here. Let's switch in Asante. Or should we? No, let's that be Edward Brooking. No, I think that's going to be it for the moment. We'll do a little bit of shouts if we can. But we're good in there. And next up, a highlight here: Sutton with the ball. Kirk with a poor clear there. Only 2 Sutton players, and the ball to Bagan here on the left hand side. Playing it up to Clayton on the left hand side, and crosses in to Jarvis and hitting the post in a second chance, but saved by a leg. And good save there by our keeper. Next up, free kick, Mutruk towards Kirk, and it's a goal for Bassett here in the 71st minute. So we take the lead sort of late in the match, so let's hope we can keep it. That would be a great start to the season here, winning the first match against a team that we probably maybe are fighting at the end of this season. And we have a quick reply here, possibly, as we have a highlight here directly after in the 73rd minute. Sutton with the ball passing all the way back down to their keeper, Hilton here. Let's see the goal kick here. And Kirk able to head it out, but only to Sutton players. Longman here, Burgess playing it wide here on the right hand side to Barden. Barden crossing it, and Kirk again clearing it, but again to Longman here, so not able to clear it long enough. Ball up to Jarvis here, back to Eastmond, passing to Beautyman, but missing there very badly. The ball up to Catchman, playing it wide to Brunt here on the left hand side, and he has no room left. And see here. And it will be a counter-attack for Sutton here. Clayton with the ball, running upwards, and a free chance to shoot. And it's a goal for Sutton here. Very unfortunate in this 74th minute. Pretty long sequence there. And then that pass to Brunt on the left-hand side in our counter-attack wasn't really that great at all. And Healy there, very bad, really. A little bit not seeing the ball there, but I feel like maybe should have been able to reach that, but he didn't. But it's all right, so we'll show some passion here. It's still a very even in this match, so I don't think it's bad. I just would have liked to win this first match, and we still have the chance. Mutruk here with a free kick to Kirk, and it just hits the top or the crossbar. But over there, Kirk almost scoring 2 goals in his first game there, I would say. And there we have it. Final result for Bath City versus Sutton in the first match in Vanarama National League this season is a 1-1. Shots 21 to 19, shots on target 8-8, and possession 57 to 43%. So an alright match for sure. We definitely created a lot of chances and everything. Decent performance by the lads. So overall, we are happy with that season start. 8 in the league after that first match. 1,380 attending that game, so that's pretty nice. And Kirk, as said, scores on the debut. And we also had quite a few more players that did their debut. Kirk, Jones, Craig, Brooking, Cashman, and Asas. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players. Obviously, that is more players than we would like to change from season to season. But here in the lower leagues, you definitely want to do as much of that as possible, really. So that's why we're doing it. But yeah, as per usual, you will be seeing the matches and nothing more if nothing more interesting happens. So a short break, and I'll see you in the next match against Fulda. Next match we have here is against Fulda, and this is going to be a tough match according to bookmakers, but we will see as ever. Here in the start, of course, as ever, also a tight playing schedule, so we'll try to rotate as much as we need, so to say. And Mutruk and Edwards here on the tired side. I think we'll play them both for one more match. Or should we bring in Sanko? Actually, we'll bring in Sanko directly here instead of Edwards. And we'll then switch around those two a little bit for the next match, I believe. And yes, that's everything. Healy is really the best choice to be here. Rowan or Martinez should be on the bench. So let's have. Where are you, Rowan? Am I blind or what? Rowan, you are actually there. You shouldn't be there. Kirk and Brooking, yes, you should be there because we have Brooking is the right back. Yeah. Right, so not Kirk, Rowan, and Martinez then. Rowan, what is your. Could improve by a slight thing, and you could Also, I guess, improved by a slight thingy. So Martinez, you're getting in instead of Healy. And the bench. And yeah, that is the changes we'll do. We'll submit and go to match and out the number for Martinez. And we'll comment and play just the way we like it, Rawslow and nice or something like that. Even though we're playing at the maximum speed, so to say, and skipping pretty much everything, only the key highlights. First highlight here, 14th minute, Mutruk with a free kick, and it's a goal for Bassett here, and for Rohan in the 14th minute, heading into goal, and Mutruk has been really good here so far with the free kicks. Definitely looking dangerous there, so might be key to have him in, actually. At least if he's performing like this throughout this season. So a great start to this match for sure. And we'll see here what more can be done in this match, so to say. Next highlight here is the 31st minute, Montgomery with the goal kick, but only reaching bad players. Sanko playing it wide here to Brooking on the right hand side. Brooking with a chance to cross, and unfortunately fails. The rebound is up to Filskirk here, and a chance for a counterattack from Fulda. Filskirk dribbling away and waiting in on players, passing it back to Savage, and it's a shot, and it's a goal for Fulda here in the 31st minute. A real power shot there from Savage. And unfortunately, it's equalized now in this match for Bath versus Fulda. A little bit of a shame there that we lose out here so today. Oh, it's got deflected there, I believe, on one of our players. Looked like it, but that should have been counted as an own goal if that were the case, I guess. And that wasn't the case, so maybe I was over wrong, but I don't know. Doesn't really matter. And yeah, scoring 1-1 here after halftime. It looks like we have a little bit of an upper hand in terms of actually getting to great chances. The players here having decent rating overall, and we are pretty happy here with the result after one half. And apparently we have a highlight from the kickoff here for the second half. The ball to Brooking and coming up towards Cashman. Cashman losing out in that challenge, unfortunately. And Savage with the ball, playing it wider, but Mutruk picking it up, and chance here to pass. A long ball, a through ball up to Cashman. Cashman versus the keeper, and it's a goal for Bassett here in the 46th minute, the first minute of the second half. And we retake the lead, and another assist by Mutruk, who's been on fire so far. Actually, great timing there. Looked like that might have been offside. Let's see if we get an offside thingy replay. Yeah, we do. And let's see here. No, it's actually well onside. That's nice. Next highlight here in the 48th minute already, and it's Fulda here with a cross to Pucci, and it's or Brookie, and it's another goal for Fulda here, and it's equalized again here. Very unfortunate for us. Not what we wanted to see. So let's see here. The cross here by Laird. Very good unmarked there. I feel like the keeper really should have been able to save that. We are ahead in terms of shots and everything, but we need to be ahead in goals. That's what really matters. Next highlight here in the 57th minute, Bassett with a free kick at our corner side, pretty much. Passing up to Craig to Brunt here, very much passing along the ground and good quick touches. Mutruk with the ball here again, passing back to Rowan, and Rowan with opening pass to Jones on the left hand side, crosses it in, missing there, but the ball to Sanka with the shot, but over the crossbar, not really close. But the commentator said it were. I didn't think it was. Don't know what is true as such though. Passing the 60-minute mark, and I actually were looking here on field, and their players are definitely overall a little bit more tired. Motruk on the tired side, but yeah, what will we do? I guess we will bring in Edwards there. Yeah, sure. Then who more should play? Will we play? Yeah, Craig here, you haven't been playing that well. So in with Asas, and you will be playing. Well, you can play Messeland, that's fine. And we'll put in Asante instead of Brunt, who's also not having his perfect match. And you will get to play pressing forward in support. And we'll confirm. And we'll shout when we can. Only 10 minutes to go now or so. Kirk with a free kick here, passing to Smith in the 80th minute. Kirk and playing it wide to Sanker here on the right hand side. Crosses is in toward Asante, and it's the goal for Bad City here in the 80-minute mark. And Asante finally scoring. I think it were quite a long time since he scored actually. Looked like a pretty poor finish though, but I don't know what the keeper did there. Let's have a look here. And yeah, still don't know what the keeper did. Really poor efforts overall. A good cross, but we can always take that with us, I guess. So let's hope we can keep this for the last few minutes. 5 minutes to go. A new highlight here in the 88th, 89th minute. Edwards with the ball here in the midfield, passing it poorly on our players and losing the ball to Philadelphia. There's chance for a counter-attack. Randall coming here and he shoots and misses the target, or just a wider, I guess. Looked like it did go into goal actually, it's almost, but I guess that were not the case. So last highlight of match here, corner for Filde, and hitting the crossbar. And the ball out to Savage here, to Cavallo, and we managed to clear it. And actually, a counter-attacker, Cashman with the ball versus the fielder keeper, but blocked and out for a throw-in. And I guess the final whistle might go here as we do the throw-in, or maybe something still is waiting to be happening here. Smith with ball passing to Broking, yeah, in with a cross, but not really reaching anyone. And that's the final whistle. So the final scoreline for Bassett versus Filde is 3-2. Shots 14-11, shots on target 6-5, and possession 51-49%. So again, a really good match. And again, we created quite a lot of chances. So that is very nice. And I think overall, good performance by the lads. Yeah, definitely. So very proud of the team here. And great start to the season here with that win at least. And actually, it's no team in the league that after 2 matches is undefeated. That is kind of crazy. But we move up to 4th place after that match and are, well, very much in it. But of course, 2 matches in, we can't say anything. And yeah, and this goal drought, which have gone for 10 hours, which is definitely good. And yeah, time for the short break then for the next match, and I'll see you there. Time for the last match in this episode then, and it's going to be against Barrow, and it's looked like it should be a pretty even match here according to the bookmakers. Previous meetings we have lost both meetings versus Barrow though, so let's hope we can improve that statistics. So a little bit of a longer break there actually, so that's nice. And that we can just bring in Edwards instead of Sanko and improve the team like that. And I don't really see us doing anything else. And a lot of players picked here are available for the under 23s. And that is something they need to be. And I think we have about the right size of the squad at the moment. Quite possibly a little bit too many central midfielders, of course. So let's hope we can send a couple of them out on loan pretty soon, hopefully. But let's focus on the match here now and play the match and comment it just as we always do. First up here in the third minute, Bath City with the ball. Edwards passing to Craig to Brunt here, and still sort of in the middle of the field. Passing to Rowan to Jones here on the left-hand side, and now up to the penalty area, crossing into Cashman, and Cashman with a bicycle kick, but straight at the keeper and saved out for a corner. But really good sequence there. And here comes the corner from Mutruk. Unfortunately, cleared there in the first sequence at least. And Roman losing the ball far too easy, to be honest. But we managed to get back, so no real danger. Next up, a highlight here in the 10th minute. Barrow with the ball. Rooney passing back to Taylor here, and up towards Barry, to Rooney, to Hardcastle, to Waddington in the middle. And what will he do? Dribbling a little bit and passing back to Rooney, and Rooney standing still pretty much and passing back to Waddington, and that's it, managing to snap up the ball after passing there back and forth. And Craig with a huge run, 1-on-1 versus the keeper, but hits the post and almost getting to the rebound himself. Pretty funny sequence there. Great run from Craig. Next up, free kick here from Brunt and heading in. It's a goal for Bath City here in the 15th minute. And again, it's Kirk there with a header. Gotta look at Kirk's heading rating, actually. We might do this, or we will do that right now, actually. Kirk heading 13, yeah. That's pretty great. So, well, pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good for the league we're in, at least. So a very dangerous head our player to have there on free kicks and corners, as we've seen so far, at least. Next up here in the 36th minute, a highlight for Barrow cross, but cleared there by Rowan and out to Rooney and Barry here for Barrow, and passing back to Barry and to Rooney and to Barry and Rooney again. He finally do something, but a bad pass and the ball to Brooking and Tetris and back to Brooking. Brooking trying with a long ball up to Cashman. Good control there by Cashman. Will he play wide to Edwards? Yes, he does. Edwards here with the chance to cross, and here is the cross towards Brunt, and it's like another goal for Bassett here in the 36th minute and extending the lead to 2-0. And yeah, I have a pretty good feeling right now about our team and about our season start. Feel like we will have definitely a really good chance to do a good result in the league this season. Maybe even fight for the title if we're going to play like this. That's probably a little bit too much to wish for, but it feels really good, and it feels like we have a good team and a good tactics and everything that is working right now. Next up here, 30th minute, pass with the ball again. Brunt to Mutruk here on the left-hand side, passing into Craig, and passing to Cashman, to Brunt, and to Mutruk, and through ball up to Craig. Craig with a shot there, but saved by Dixon and their keeper precisely. Highlight or a free kick by Smith, and Kirk standing there, of course, but heading over the crossbar. And soon their first half will be over, and yeah, they said it will be an even match. Not so much so far, but first a free kick here by Barra, but just over the crossbar, or bracing the crossbar there, and that's the end of the first half. So we're leading 2-0, and looking at the stats and everything, I would say that is definitely very fair. So that feel nice, and all players doing good, which is nice, of course, as well. And everyone is pretty fresh. We have a couple of players in the defense there that look tired, so we'll probably focus on switching out in the defense. We do have a highlight here in the 49th minute. Cave ball for Barrow in the middle of the field, passing back to Waddington and playing opening pass to the right hand side to Deacon. Deacon crossing it in, and it's another goal, or it's a goal here for Barrow. Unfortunate, have reduced now 2-1 for Bassett versus Barrow here in the 49th minute. Great opening pass there, really, to Deacon, and a good cross there. Unfortunately, Kirk losing out there in that challenge versus Quigley. And yeah, he feels like he maybe didn't do that great with that look he had, so to say. Next up here in the 55th minute, we do get quite many highlights here. The first 3 matches, that's for sure, at least, it feels like. The ball back down to Kirk here, playing it towards Edwards, but not the greatest pass. And the ball back down to the keeper of Barrow. Dixon here with the goal kick, and yeah, Barrow still in control of the ball. Weddington passing wide to the left here to DeBayo, and a long ball up to towards K that won that ball somehow and crossed it into Quigley, but cleared there by, or blocked rather, by Kirk and out for a corner. And here comes that said corner. Kirk managing to clear it, then the ball up to Brunt, and passing it onwards to Cashman, and passing back to Edwards. Edwards with the ball passing to Kirk, and nothing more out of it until now, which we have the next highlight in the 58th minute. Edwards snap up that loose ball, and the ball to Smith, passing back to Kirk, and Kirk with a ball to Edwards, but a really good sequence to Cashman and Edwards again, crossing into Brunt, and somehow he didn't manage to score there on a pretty much open goal. Rather, I don't know what he did really. But time to do a sub or two. Rowan definitely on the tired side, so we'll switch him out. Sanko Brooking, Kirk, you're playing so good, but you are tired, so I sort of would like to switch out, but we will switch out Brooking here. And Mutruk also on the tired side. And we don't, well, we have Sanko, of course, that I put there. I think that will be it for now. We might do something about Mutruk or Kirk very soon here, but I think it's all right. Next up, another highlight from Barrow here in the 73rd minute corner. We managed to clear the first action, but the second cross here, and it's another goal for Barrow and another goal for Quigley here, actually. And it's all equalized now, unfortunately, in the 73rd minute. And that stable lead we had in the first half and lead in the stats as well and everything, we have definitely lost, because I saw there in the stats just before this happened that it's looked a lot more even now. So a little bit frustrating there that we can't do better or haven't done better in the second half. Next up here, a highlight in the 81st minute, Sanko with ball, passing to Edwards, and back to Sanko, a chance to crossing towards Brunt, unfortunately losing it out there, and a chance for Sutton to do a counter-attack here maybe. Now the ball back to Bassett, to Craig, to Smith, to Edwards, to Cashman here in the front, dribbling into the penalty area and shooting, but outside the post, so nothing too dangerous there. I think we should do one last sub here, and it's going to be Asas in for Mutruk here. I know he doesn't really play there or anything like that, but just to get some fresh feet on the pitch. Couldn't shout there, a little bit irritating. Our assistant must have shouted something. Quite possibly the last highlight of the match here in the 92nd minute. Unfortunately, it's Barrow with control of the ball at the moment. The ball to DeBayo here on the left-hand side, crosses it in to Deakin, and a free chance hitting the post there. And we managed to clear it out for a throw-in. So I guess in the end, as the end is now, the final result is 2-2 for Barrow or Bath City versus Sparrow, and yeah, a pretty fair result, I guess. Shots 17-17, shots on target 87, possession 58 to 42%. So yeah, pretty even there for sure in the end. As I said, we definitely led the first half and definitely had a better first half than the second half. Overall, still decent for the match and still decent by the players. Definitely is scoring a lot of goals so far, dropping down there a little bit, 6th in the league and 2 points up to the league leaders at the moment. But I think we definitely have had an exciting start of the season, if nothing else. And 1,203 attending that game and another player making their debut. But yeah, that will be everything for this episode. So I hope you have enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right, our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.